Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to do a couple looks with the 420 Melt palette and have some fun, so let's get started. For this first look, I took a BH Pro number 5 into the shade Blunt and just buffed this all through my crease, just serving as kind of a transition shade slash building block to this eye look. It's a pretty simple look for the most part, but I thought it came out really pretty at the end. Anastasia eye primer for today, of course. Then I took my Morphe M537 and I picked up a little wax and buffed that all through the crease and all over my mobile lid. I wanted this to be the prominent color in this look. And the M537 is great for picking up a lot of shadow and dispersing it. Then I took my Morphe M330 into the shade Full Melt just to add a little bit of dimension on the outer V, and I brought that slightly up into the crease just because I didn't want it to look too flat, if that makes any sense. I don't ever make any sense, but that's okay. We'll pretend like I do. Then I went back with that second brush we used and just buffed everything all together, making it seamless. And then because I didn't want this shattered shade to be prominent on the lid, I picked a little bit up with my finger and just kind of patted it all across the lid just to create that little light catching sparkle effect, and I thought it worked out beautifully. Then I took the Melt eyeliner from this collection in Wallflower and my Sigma EO5 eyeliner brush and did a wing situation. I wanted this to be a good thick wing so you could see that green, because yes, it's so beautiful and so creamy. Then I just got a makeup wipe and made sure to clean up any fallout or anything like that and sharpen up my wings. And yeah, they came out pretty good for the most part. And now that I have my face done, I took the Sigma E65 small angled brush into that full melt shade and just buff that along the first half of my lower lash line. And then I picked up that M537 and some more of that wax shade just to buff everything out. I use this brush because I want it to be nice and smoked out on the lower lash line. Again, just making sure that that wax shade was the prominent shade in this look, which I really like. What do you guys think? Then I took my Lavish pencil brush and picked up some of that shadow shade, and I decided I better spray it. That's not my Fifth Plus anymore. That is my Bretman Rock Wet n Wild, because the sprayer on it just broke in my hand. But anyway, so I popped this shade in my inner corner, and I thought this really looked beautiful. I drug it down the lower lash line just ever so slightly. Then with my BH Cosmetics number 9 brush, I picked up the Jeffree Star Brain Freeze palette and put Gold Breaker for my brow bone highlight. I thought this was fitting. And yeah, we all know it's beautiful. That's the highlight I'm wearing today. Then from Urban Decay, I put a little mildew in my waterline. Learned my lesson about trying to put any kind of pot liners in my waterline wearing contacts. It just does not work. And this was close enough to that green that I was happy. Then I took my Kevin Aquan mascara and my Lily lashes in the style Gaia. And man, I like these lashes. I didn't want big lashes because I wanted to, yeah. Anyway, and then I took the Ciate London Oh Honey Liquid Lip. These lips are so comfortable. And finished off this look. I thought this was a nice color with this look. What do you guys think? I always have trouble picking up it, but yeah, that's the final look. What do you guys think? I thought, like I said, that this came out really pretty, but you guys be the judge down in the comments, and we'll get on to look number 2. Alright, so to get started on this first look, I did set my eyes with my Ciate London powder, and then I took a big fluffy Moda Royal Nickel brush into Shotgun and buff that all through my crease. I love this shade so much. It's so beautiful. I wish it came off a little more neon-y in on the lid as it does in the pan, but it's still quite vibrant and beautiful. Then I took my Sigma E38 and dipped into some of that faded shade just to start creating some depth and dimension in this eye look. And then I decided I wanted Shotgun all over my whole lid. So I go in, I end up picking up a Royal Moda shader brush, a BMX 446, and really packing that on the lid because I wanted this shade to be prominent, much like in look number 1. But then I went back in with the E38 and that faded shade just to, like I said, start creating the dimension I wanted. And then I switched my thought process to more of a halo eye look. So that is the direction we started going in from this point on. Then taking that first brush again and buffing over everything to make sure everything was seamless and well blended. Then I went in with a Sigma E42 into that shade Chronic and really started deepening up the inner and outer portions of this eye. And with whatever was left, I just ran through the crease. I thought this shade built up really, really nicely. But you want to use a light hand, and of course the air conditioner came on. Then I went back in with that second brush we used, that E38, just to buff and blend some more. It's very important to continue to buff and blend as you go so that you can get it as seamless as possible. And then because there is a lack of shimmer, I went in with Mercury from Lunar Beauty to pop right in the center. This highlight is one of my favorites. So stunning, so beautiful. And I really love the greenish gold hue it has to it. Then I went back in with that E42 and Chronic just to make sure that the shimmer or highlight, however you want to say it, was all seamlessly blended together, back and forth with my finger and the shadow. Then with my Suva Beauty 620 eyeliner brush and spliff from this collection, I did my little wing situation, which I'm getting better at, and my wings actually came out even today. For the most part, I was pretty stoked, but so creamy. I love these pot liners from Melt. I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah. And just to clean up and sharpen everything up, I went in with a makeup wipe. And yeah, I was so happy that my wings came out good this day. And Makeup Miracle, we have the face done. And I did go in with the Wander Beauty palette I got in my BoxyCharm video. I still hate the pans, but I love the colors and the gleam that it gives. And I put that Lunar Beauty all over my face. Okay, so going in with that Chronic Darkest Green and my BH number 12 angled brush, I just stamped that about a third of the way in, maybe a little more. And then I took the Sigma E30 into that faded shade and just buffed that on the remainder of that lower lash line, real close to the lashes. Then I took that BMX 446 and dipped into that shotgun shade just to buff everything out. And yes, I love that smoky effect. I love green eyeshadow if you're new here. If you're not new here, you know how I feel about my greens and blues already. But yes, I love the way this look came out, totally. Then I went back in with that Mercury highlight from Lunar Beauty and with my Morphe E36 brush, I did my inner corner, my brow bone, and a tiny little smidge right in the center of that lower lash line. Then I went back in with that first brush and just made sure everything was buffed out and blended. Then from the Glam Light Paint Palette collection, I have a fresh pair of yellow lashes, love it, and my Kevin Aucoin mascara. And if I can get my hand the way I want it, bam! So beautiful. I love fresh lashes. Then I took Urban Decay's Freak 24/7 Glide On Pencil because I wanted a bright effect down there. And of course I did my mascara first because I wasn't even thinking, but normally I would do this before my mascara. Then I took Mum from ColourPop and popped that on my lips for the finishing touch. I love this lipstick, I like the color, and I think it went well with today's eye look. But yeah, you tell me what you think down in the comments. And yes, this is the final look of look number 2. What do you guys think? Are you enjoying it so far? And yeah, we will get on to the next look. Love you guys. Okay, so to start out this look, I took my Sigma E35 into Dank, and I didn't realize just exactly how pigmented this was going to be. I should have. My bad. And I started working that as my transition shade. But then I went in with the Sigma E40 into that hash shade just to buff that out a little and make it a little more seamless looking, not so harsh, if that makes any sense. Then I took the Sigma E33 into that roll it shade and just started creating that smoky definition on the outer portion of the eye. This did look a little muddier than what I had envisioned. Anyway, I went back with that second brush we used and just tried to buff that out and not make it look so muddy. But that didn't work out quite how I planned, but that's okay. It turned out okay in the end. I think it wasn't bad. NYX Glitter Primer in a Luxie 245. I put that all over my mobile lid. Then after I got that NYX Glitter Primer down, I went into that Shattered Shimmer, the only shimmer in the palette, and put that all down where I put that NYX Glitter Primer. This is a hard press shimmer, but once it's on the eyes, it is quite stunning. That's why I wasn't worried about cutting my crease. I knew it would cover all those shades pretty well, and it did. Then I took a Morphe E22 into that wax shade and just wanted to brighten this up a little more and try to take away some of that muddy look, because it definitely wasn't coming out how I had planned, and that wasn't vibing with me. Then once I got done with that, I took my BH Pro number 12 eyeliner brush and the Immortal eyeshadow from the Marte collection, also from Melt, and just did my little wing situation. I'm getting slightly better at doing wings, which makes me extremely happy. As you can see, I got a little bit of fallout with those shades, but that was okay. I wasn't extremely upset about it because the pigmentation is awesome. And bam, my face is all done up. Then I took an angled Moda BMX 498 into that roll it shade and just put that on the outer quarter, third type situation. Then I took a pencil brush from Morphe, it's the M321, into that harsh shade and buff that on the rest of the lower lash line. Then I took that same brush that I used on the upper lash line, that E22, into that wax shade just to buff everything out and make it look as seamless and smoky as possible. Then I took a pencil brush into my Jeffree Star Brain Freeze palette and I highlighted with that same Gold Breaker shade. That is a Farrah pencil brush. I'm not sure of the numbers, but this is the same highlight I put on my face. Once again, I love this highlighter. Then I buffed over everything, making sure it was seamless with the E22. And I put Honey Dude from ColourPop in my waterline, just because I wanted to keep the eyes a little brighter, because I was hoping this, I had a different plan in mind at first for this look, but this was how it turned out. And I ended up poking myself in the eye with that eyeliner, but from the Glam Light Paint Palette collection, I used the yellow lashes with the Kevyn Aucoin mascara. I love these yellow lashes, especially when they're new, and this was my second wear on them, so I'll wear them again. For my lips, I took the Melt liquid lipstick in the shade Rebound, and I thought this was going to be a little lighter than what it was, but oh, I love that color. I forgot how much I love that color, to be honest. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment which look was your favorite, because, yeah, I'm curious to know. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little 3-look tutorial. I know I enjoyed filming it. Final thoughts on the palette. Be careful when you're bending this guy back, because my papers, yeah, don't like that. As far as this eye look today, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but I ended up adding the yellow because I wasn't liking how dingy my eyes were looking. So there's that. Biggest like gripe with this palette, I guess you could say, is the fact that it only has one shimmer, and that it is a very, very hard pressed shimmer. Although beautiful once it's on the eye, and the NYX glitter primer really, really helps that. Would I say this is a $50 palette for me? Oh, well, for me, yeah, because I love melts. I love melt. But for you, I almost want to say, if you have the Gemini, if you have the Rust palette, which I haven't seen in person, I just feel like these colors are real similar to what's in the Gemini palette, and I'll maybe one day I'll get them out and actually compare them. This packaging, however, is absolutely the bomb. I didn't really have a whole lot of trouble. I guess this brown here is a bit tricky to work with. You definitely want to use a light hand with it. Um, and this green, I wish was a little softer, more like the green like that in the Gemini palette. But other than that, I enjoyed playing with this palette. Look number one, I would have to say, might have been my favorite look in this whole little 3 looks. If you saw my first impression video, my eyes went crazy watering because I tried to put the gel liner in my waterline, so it kind of messed up the whole look for me. I was pretty disappointed in that. But that's me and my contacts, I guess, because I see people use them all the time and not have an issue. I love the liners. I even got the liner from the Rust collection, and I didn't get the Rust palette. So that tells you how I feel about their liners. But this palette, I love the box that I got. I love the shirt that I got with it, even though I don't smoke. I just think it's so cute and so cool. I have always loved weed themed stuff, I guess you could say, just because I think it's pretty. And yeah, anywho, that's going to wrap up another Trace Tries tutorials. If you made it this far in this video, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate you. We have lots of fun stuff coming up. I got the Manny MUA blush bundle, blush and lip bundle. I got the new ABH Norvina launch, and I got the new Ofra stuff, the glitch palette, the new glitch palette. Yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I hope everyone will give me a thumbs up, and you can check me out on my social media. Most of the time it's Triple T Beauty. On Instagram it's triple-t.beauty. That being said, I hope you're having a wonderful night or day whenever you decided to watch this. I hope you're staying well and enjoying things starting to open back up, at least here in Florida they definitely are. Let me know in the comments if they're opening up where you are. And that's going to do it for another Trees to Try tutorials, and we will see you on the next one. Bye guys!